Welcome, Taurus. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, getting ready to do your new moon in Aquarius reading. The new moon's on the 29th, and I pulled for you the star card, which is really resonating for this new moon energy. This is the first new moon in Aquarius since Pluto moved into Aquarius last year. There are some of you that have some strong Aquarius energy in your charts. I'm thinking particularly Aquarius rising, where a hope, a vision, faith that you were going to find a way to align yourself with your deepest passion, with your deepest gifts, is something that continues to be your highest star, your North Star right now. This feels as though there is a talent or a gift that you have that had to be put on the side, had to be put on hold in order for you to do whatever it was necessary for you to do. This feels as though it was a talent you were born with, and so for some of you, this has been a dream deferred for a very long time, depending where you are in your life. This is something that you now see as being possible in a way that you never saw it possible in the past. This also can indicate that there is a particular role that was important to you, a certain way you wanted others to see you that you're now beginning to experience. This can be the role as in at a professional level. This can be your role in a community, the role as a parent, the role as a grandparent, the role as a sibling, some role that you occupy that actually is unfolding in a way that you imagined it in your vision of a better world, a better life. This is a better you. You have been chastened by the experiences you've had so that you understand that you can never lose this passion that defines you in many ways, and that you're having the chance now to experience this, to express this, to align yourself with this role in a way that feels magical to you, that gives you hope. This is a general reading, Taurus, so it isn't going to resonate with all of you. However, if you're interested in a personal reading, information for that is in the description box below. So welcome to those of you that are new, and thank you for supporting me. Your social identity, the way others see you. The Four of Cups is describing this kind of practice you have come to embody. You've had to do this as part of your professional life in order to identify those relationships and those goals, those tasks that were more aligned with your natural gifts, those places where you were supported, where others saw your value and appreciated that, supported that. And so this is something you had to teach yourself, which is telling me that you were in what might be considered a rather hostile or competitive environment, perhaps very public environment as part of your working life, or this may be a feature of your current employment or profession. Through this, you could only maintain your sanity, your stability, by finding those things that saw your value, by giving yourself value, by understanding your value and assigning yourself to those relationships that supported that. And after a while, you stopped looking at your work, your place in the community, your place in your family as a struggle. In order to survive, you understood you couldn't keep showing up every day and it being a fight. And so this is telling me that you're learning how not to fight, how not to struggle, how not to even see it as a fight or a struggle. That there's this competitive urge that has been baked into your experience that has depleted your energy. In the first house, the Eight of Wands is describing lots of opportunities and information coming to you very rapidly. This feels as well like you are now pursuing opportunities to exercise your passion in a way that is completely redefining how you see yourself and how you see your skills, your gifts. This feels like you're in an environment where that is competitive, but in a good way, so that this can be a classroom, a training, opportunity to travel, where you are being exposed to a lot of new information, new relationships, new ways of doing things. And it is offering you opportunities that you realize are reshaping your ability to express yourself creatively, to express yourself in alignment with your own goals. In the fourth house, this is your foundation, your family, your domestic environment. The Queen of Pentacles is about a beautiful quality all Tauruses have. This is one of your cards. This is the ability to pour this incredible aesthetic that you have as a result of your rulership in Venus. You're always looking for balance, harmony, rightness, clarity, fairness, equality in your environment. It is so important to you that your home reflect that quality of who you are. And furthermore, that this is the basis on which you build all of your efforts. So your sense of comfort in the home is key to your ability to operate functionally in the world. It's also a place where you've learned to not only provide love, attention, care, support to others, but where you're learning to make space to receive that back in kind. So there's a way that you are understanding that your work has to become a work of love, a labor of love, in order for you to sustain it for your own sanity, for your own sense of identity. You must love the work you do. It doesn't mean that you cannot continue or should not continue to improve upon the environment for that work, improve upon those uh, spaces where you feel perhaps under attack or where you're not appreciated or valued. Your value is built on your own knowledge of what your value is. And that's what you find opportunities to experience in the world. In the seventh house of significant others, we have the Nine of Wands. This relates very specifically to either your significant relationships. And this can be partners, lovers, siblings, children, uh, those important relationships that define you, that have longevity in your life. I do feel that you've been trying to work at something, a relationship in particular, or a set of relationships, and you've been doing the same thing over and over again, expecting for things to change. And I do think that you are beginning to understand that you have to be the one who changes, or you have to change your approach in order to obtain what it is you want. And it has a lot to do with the sense of stability, comfort, and your comfort in your domestic environment. So that you've exhausted yourself by repeating a behavior over and over again that is not producing the results that you want. And because you've done it so long and so hard, you have a hard time recognizing the necessity for you to change your approach. Stop doing what you're doing, or to do it differently. And so this is you actually, I believe, seeking the help that you need, finding that ally, that relationship, that counselor, that supporter, that assist that you need to see the situation more objectively so that you can navigate a way that you can approach this relationship or this environment in a different way. You definitely are determined to get the results that you desire, and you will get them. But it is along with this, if I approach it like this, if I do it this way, if I change that, kind of is what's necessary here for you to achieve this goal. If this reading is resonating for you, Taurus, please like this video. Please share with others if you feel inclined, and to subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot. I appreciate all the support that I get from you. And I pulled Relationships card, which is very interesting. I am attracted to those people who serve my higher good. And along the way, I do believe for many of you comes an articulation of what it is you want that you're not getting. And that may be a habitual behavior that you're used to complaining about. You're used to not experiencing the success that you believe you deserve because you're doing the work to receive that specific achievement or reward. And that's part of the frustration. You're habituated into performing routines or things in a way that actually is not getting you the desired outcome. In the first house, the Eight of Wands is clarified by the Wheel of Fortune and the King of Cups. There's a tremendous maturity that you're experiencing. There can be a relationship of someone else who comes in as an advisor, a mentor, someone who helps to, who is a sounding board for you, who allows you to describe your situation in a very focused way and allow you to hear yourself talk. Hear yourself tell your own story, to hear your own story in a way that allows you to understand the necessity for a different approach. I think with the Wheel of Fortune, you're absolutely ready and open to changing some behavior of yours. And this is hard because Tauruses, as ruled by Venus, you're pretty perfect in some ways, usually in some very superficial way, but you're very loving and passionate in your approach to all things. So passion is a hard thing when we're thinking about uh, uh, re-navigating a familiar situation. It's hard to change. This is why this advisor comes in, this helpful person, this mature and experienced person comes in and helps us hear ourselves, and in that way provides counsel to us regarding this change that you desire to make, allows you to articulate what change you want to make and in what circumstance. In the fourth house, the Queen of Pentacles is clarified by the Two of Wands and the Death card. It's interesting. I think your conception of your role has completely changed. You're no longer satisfied to just make peace with a situation that has been contentious. You're actually you're looking outside of the situation to look at new opportunities to learn new things, new ways to grow, new ways to expand. and you are planning something. You're trying to concretize this sense of vision, this sense of potential into some concrete task or area that you can learn specifically in. And this is accompanied by the release of a lot of old baggage. There's something about your home life in particular that has changed so drastically that the home you're used to conceiving of and struggling within is no longer the same home. And it has been up until now your inability to see that difference that has made it difficult to make the changes to release the old way things used to be. They're not that way anymore. However you're conceiving of your home life, it's not that. And instead, this releasing is allowing you space to stretch out in a new direction, move on a new path, to open up to something new, something unfamiliar to you. It's not that you're moving in a direction around something you don't know anything about necessarily, but you're looking to grow in your interest, in your talents, to take them to another level, to update them perhaps, to dust them off and pitch them to a new audience or a new market, for examples. In the 7th house, the 9 of Wands is clarified by the 7 of Pentacles and the Hermit card. I do think that for some of you, you are looking at your relationships and ways that you have or have not invested in yourself. So this may be the ways that you have are reviewing what you have, your significant relationships in your life, those that have been with you for a while, those that have grown, those that are resisting growth. And you're understanding that, again, this shift is about reinvesting in yourself in a way that you may not have done very often in the past. Some of you are well into your reinvestment. You're well into identifying ways that you must change and adapt to an entirely new environment, an entirely new home. Your home is still your anchor, but it may not occupy the place it did in the past. And the Hermit is your clue to what's needed. For those of you that are able to establish a space of silence, sacred silence, a place where you listen to your thoughts, where you contemplate your experiences, allow the feelings to come up as they come up, and then become curious about those feelings, those memories, to find the area where you would like to grow, where you would like to change things, where you would like to see improvements in your life. And no matter how fixed and stubborn you believe you are able to identify what you would like to have improve in your life. There are those clear areas where you would like things to be better. And this is actually allowing yourself this silent space to seek your own answers within. And from that place, you establish your authority to be who you are and to want what you want. And that also helps you clarify the way that you are moving forward. You're identifying the challenges in your life, and you're able to come from a place of claiming, asking for, stating, being clear about what you want. And in the 10th house, the 4 of Cups is clarified by the Ace of Wands and the 4 of Pentacles. 4 of Pentacles is, yes, a new foundation. Establishing and understanding your new foundation doesn't look like the foundation of the past, doesn't look like the home of the past. For many of you, that's like, whoo, good thing. For some of you, there's an attachment to the way things used to be, a perfect picture, even if you know it wasn't that perfect in your mind. There's a need to go over the way it used to be as if it were better. And instead, actually, you realize it's time for something new. It's time to move on. It's time to start something new, to follow your passion, follow your desire to learn, to grow, to expand. This is what's leading you into identifying those places that value you, those relationships that value you, that appreciate you, that feel good to you, that support you, that your life, your relationships should not be a fight or a struggle. And if they are, something needs to change. And I think you are happy to move into new directions and learn new things. I'm going to finish up this reading, Taurus, with a crystal oracle, and the Amazonite has flown out, and the key words are life purpose. I'm fully aligned to and living my life purpose. This is beautiful, Taurus. Thank you so much for this reading. Until next time, namaste.